Hey y'all, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie, and if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. And if you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. All right, y'all. I know I've been missing in action. For those of you who didn't catch the community post, I was down with the most wicked case of hay fever. I don't know if it was hay fever or if it was like a head cold. It definitely wasn't just allergies. So I didn't want to be on camera sniffling. I still have some congestion and I can kind of barely hear myself talk, but I wanted to come on today. One, to thank everybody for supporting my channel because we are over 12,000 subscribers and I'm a little bit beside myself because I gained like an extra 1,000 subscribers within a week and I didn't even put out any content because I've been down. And on the other side of it, not only was I dealing with the hay fever and the runny nose and the constant sneezing, oh my God, I was also pushing on a deadline, and I released it. I was invited to do a workshop about 3 years ago on breaking generational curses, and for whatever reason, it didn't happen. We didn't sell any tickets. It was a little bit weird. I kind of feel like there was some energetic pushback, but neither here nor there. I decided to take all of the information that I was going to use for the workshop and compile it into an ebook, which is now available on my site. It's called Awakening the Self, Spiritual Growth Through Generational Healing. And in the book, it's not like a heavy book. I really try to keep the mood very light, but it really talks about the different stages that one goes through while we're going through our healing process and the evolution and the relationship dynamics that also evolve from that. We unpack some of the things that we pick up through our family that it's time for us to finally let go of, and realizing that those things no longer serve a purpose nor hold value in terms of what we want for our own lives, trying to break away from the mold of what we came from. So if you or somebody that you know is on a healing journey and dealing with their spiritual awakening and have them having lots of questions, I do encourage you to check me out. It's $8.88 and it's exclusively sold on my website. All right, so let's jump in, and the link is below. Forgot to say that. Link is below. All right, so let's get into it. I decided to go ahead and go on camera for my first shuffle. For those of y'all who've been with me, you know I toss cards before I go on camera to kind of get a pulse of the energy, and decided to keep these and we'll just expound on it and let's talk about it. All right. And I don't know who I'm talking to or about. Okay, kind of. But it kind of looks like somebody here who the way I heard it, they wanted the easy route. They like somebody pushing the easy button to try to make their life very easy. I could be talking about somebody who may have grown up in poverty or just didn't have a whole lot of means to have a whole lot of stuff when they were growing up. On the flip side of it, I also, because initially what I was seeing was somebody who, and this could be you on the flip side of it, somebody who may not necessarily have all of the resources, and you live your life very simplistically and you're actually okay with it. So I have two energies here. One who knows how to manage through limited resources, and somebody who kind of has an expectancy of life being easy, not wanting to be in a space of poverty, which I can totally get, right? In the recent past, the energy, it's kind of interesting. For the collective, I feel as though there were some things that may have been hidden or kept from you with a circle of lies, okay? And the lies may have something to do with some form of abundance that you are not aware of, okay? I'm going to put that out there. Now, I see going into the future that there will be some kind of change. So, for those of you who may have been dealing with fewer resources and fewer finances and fewer financial options, I do feel like there's going to be some change in that. Whereas there is someone here who wanted to push the easy button, who maybe didn't generate like the resources that they have. I don't get the energy that these are resources that they've acquired. I think these are resources that may come from another source that they don't have to do anything. I don't really see anything like work being involved, because with this simplicity card here, it feels like somebody does not want me to talk. Oh my God. Excuse me. The energy feels like somebody here who wanted their life to be easy, who wanted to come by these resources in a way that didn't require them to put out any extra effort. Their circumstances may be changing. So if they've been living a very comfortable, posh life, is what I heard, that may be changing. Now, in the environment, it feels very much like somebody who thought that they could have a new life and bypass certain healing that is necessary for them. I am getting the impression here this person, whatever they've done, I haven't gotten quite that far, but whatever this person is dealing with, they don't have any protection right now. Okay? They don't have any protection. They need to heal or have, they either need to heal or they're avoiding the healing work. And I do get the impression that this person kind of felt like, if maybe say, okay, because the way that I'm looking at this collective, maybe there's some element that has something to do with you in terms of their protection. Oh, wow. Okay, so now I'm getting another energy here. It feels like as long as someone here, child, put yourself in this story wherever you are, but I get the impression here that as long as someone was able to keep you asleep, not in the know, as long as they were able to keep you asleep, they would have some level of protection. So they needed you in order to have that protection. They thought if they would have this protection permanently as long as you stayed unhealed and asleep. Okay. I do feel like, remember I said in the last few readings, God has made the call to this person. God makes the call to all people. You have a choice. You do have a choice. You could pick up the call or ignore it. This person has ignored it largely. I do get a sense that this person is afraid. They're afraid, but I think they're more afraid at this point to self-reflect. This person, I think the main goal here looks like was to just keep you asleep. As long as you were unhealed and as long as you're asleep, they maintain some level of protection, or there's some level of protection that is afforded to them while you are in a sleep mode, while you were unhealed. I heard they benefited from that. Take that how it resonates. And I feel like Spirit may have been trying to guide this person away from us, because this person thought that they could keep you in a loop. And as long as they kept you in a loop, they were fine. But when God came knocking at their door, they became afraid. Now, part of their fears and concerns is they're worried that, and I think I'm getting the impression here that somebody is really, it's like they're trying to keep something a secret, especially if there is a little bit of mystery around your relationship with this person. So, because I get the impression at one point there had been some form of abundance or the belief of abundance in the connection. Okay. But now that relationship is kind of fizzled out, and this person may be worried about other people finding out the source or reason why the relationship broke down. Part of this blockage, the person cannot proceed forward because I feel like their intuition has been blocked. So they don't have the vision to proceed forward, so they can't move forward, right? And what they need to release, I kind of feel like there's something here that needs to be spoken. There is some truth that needs to be revealed. I kind of get the impression that this person may be angry or mad that they have to tell you whatever this secret is. It may have something to do with a home. And I think this person's biggest lesson, this is giving me a family vibe, simply because I have bond and home right here. This kind of feels like a situation where there's some type of family dynamic. There's a family dynamic here. But it's almost like the lesson for this person was they may not have found value in your bond or your connection. And that's the lesson in all of this. The fact that they didn't see the value of you while they had you. Does that make sense? And their best course of action or moving forward, the advice for moving forward, I definitely get the sense that somebody here, whoever we're talking about, has become unhinged and it's being seen by other people. People are also witnessing or realizing that whatever this person may have been initially trying to keep hidden, they're failing at it. So whatever they've been trying to keep hidden as it relates to your relationship is now being seen. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to clarify. Let's use this deck. Actually, no. Let's start with this one. So somebody thought that they would have it easy. This definitely could be family. Now I have somebody here who may feel as though there's some unfinished business between you, or that they may be having some like closure issues. So I don't know if you maybe ghosted or you just took a step back. But somebody here is dealing with closure issues. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like the energy that I'm getting here in the recent past, whoever this person is, they may have kept certain things from you, and maybe it may have been confusing for you, or it could have been confusing, but I'm also getting like there's a, because this energy feels a lot like negative self-talk that prevents you from actually taking initiative or taking steps forward, right? I kind of feel like whatever this energy is, there's been lies either about you or directly to you that maybe have been supplanted into your head that has caused you in the past to really play out these scenarios. I can easily, in my mind, I can easily think of like 3 or 4 times where I got caught in this energy. Okay. Oh. Now, abundance doesn't always talk about financial resources. When I talk about abundance, I'm speaking abundance in all areas, okay? Now, what this person may be experiencing, there's an end to what they considered abundance, and a lot of it is because they didn't think, remember I said here, they thought as long as they kept you asleep and prevented you from doing the healing work or whatever, that they would have a certain level of protection under your umbrella. Okay. Under your energetic umbrella. They thought that that protection would be in place permanently so long that you were asleep and not doing the healing work, right? But I think this person never anticipated that you would discover that they weren't loyal to you or that they had no loyalties to you. They didn't, again, remember I talked about, I was like, God made the call. This person purposely either ignored it or just completely flat out rejected it. And now this person is questioning. Now they're questioning why they aren't protected. Ah, okay. Remember when I started off saying, I was like, this person, they wanted to press the easy button. They wanted to press the easy button. Okay. Now I'm seeing a secondary energy here. Because this feels like maybe certain things weren't happening in your life and you couldn't really understand why. They were actually trying to prevent you from doing the healing work, even though you knew you were ready. Like, I feel like you may have known for a while that you were ready to experience new things. You were, especially if if your life was hard. If life has been hard for you, you're ready to experience some new things. You've been putting in the work to do that. So I see that. I like it. I see that you've been putting in the work. This person doesn't understand why they don't have the protection that they may have once had. It's because you actually did the work to do the heal. You actually did the healing work, and now you're ready. You're absolutely ready to get off of this merry-go-round. You've done all the steps. You've crossed the T's and dotted all the I's. You're ready. And ain't no coming back from this. Mending in the reverse. There's no coming back from this. They thought that they would be in your life permanently, and God stepped in and said, time to go, baby. You may have even started self-reflecting. It's like it's time to go and move towards your new life because, honey, you are ready. Yes, you are ready. This person wasn't listening to God. You did. And because you listened to God, you are about to be blessed with this milk and honey. Over and over and over again. Amen. And now they're worried. Oh, look at that. There lies the rub. Now this person is worried that they no longer have a seat at your table. They no longer have a seat at your table because they didn't do shit to help you build that table. Okay? Huh. We love to see it. This person is really worried. They wanted to keep you in this cycle. And they're worried that you're on the precipice of this new life. You're ready for it, though. You're ready for it. And they know that the moment you walk away permanently, done, you're getting this new life. And they're going to be stuck on the merry-go-round that they've been on because they refuse to do their shadow work. Yeah, part of their blockage is that I get the impression that this person, it's like they want you to come back. Okay, here's the thing. I get the impression that this person they're trying to use the law of attraction to like maybe manifest you back into their life. The problem that we're having here is that in the blockage area, this person has no actual intention to do any of the work or to clean up the mess that has already been made in this relationship. The thing that they need to release, they know that there's a certain truth that they need to reveal to you. but they also need to release this rigid sense. I think I've talked about this in other readings, like whoever we're talking about, and it's kind of been ongoing. It could be one person, it could be a few people, but whoever this is that I'm talking about, it's like they have an expectation of, like, yes, they want to manifest you back. They're trying to use the law of attraction to, maybe make you reach out and call. Child, don't do that. I don't encourage that. I don't support that. We don't do that here. Okay. You will never come to my channel and you will never hear Tam say, call that person back. Reach out to them. I will never tell you that. I am never going to tell you to make the first call. Never. Especially when you didn't do anything wrong. Don't you pick up the phone. Don't you text. Don't you call. Don't you say shit. Okay. But this person knows that there's something that needs to be told. There's something that you need to be told. There's some truth that they need to speak, but they also can't dictate how everything plays out afterwards. They have an expectation. Again, I've said in other readings, this person, whoever is trying to come back or trying to create conditions to have you come back into their life, they only want it under certain conditions, their conditions. And that's not how this works. I don't think this person understands that, but they're going to find out. And the lesson of it all, bond and home, the relationship, it could be the family home or it even could be the family. Part of their lesson here is imagine and not for you. Their lesson is to realize that this bond or that home or the connection between y'all under that roof is not for them. It ain't for you either. Collective, let me tell you. This person, they're worried about some lies. They're worried about light, child. Okay, let's talk about this here. So this person, okay, because this energy feels more like you. This feels like what this person is being shown is that they're losing their stability. There's a failure here at them trying to even like hold on to it or protect it, whatever they thought that they were protecting. For you, collective, I feel like you decided to step outside of the box. You could have gotten a download because you've done the healing work. You may have gotten a download. God may have tapped you on the shoulder and said, "Come on, child, let's go this way. Like it ain't ideal here. It's time to go." And the moment that you walked away from this and stopped giving to this particular connection, your life started to like line up. Things started to fall into place. But the thing is with this person is they are having a hard time. They're having a hard time. Number one, this person still maintains a life of dishonesty. Okay. This person is still wearing a mask and it's kind of weird. It's like they're wearing a mask. They feel like the mask is permanently fused to their face. Like nobody can actually see what's under it. And in order to balance this entire situation out, no, there is no do-over. As a matter of fact, God may be protecting you. God, your spirit team, your ancestors may be protecting you in such a way that they don't even create the conditions for this person to even come near you. They don't have the ability to do it. And because there's change in the wind. There's no second chance here. And maybe in the past, maybe you've given this person, chance after chance after chance to try to like clean it up and fix it, and they just never did. So in order to change some things, especially if this person has never been of any kind of real assistance to you, it made the decision to walk away from it very easy. And because of that, you're happy now. And yeah, you're going with the flow. It's interesting too, because I feel like you may feel even you might be happier like on your own, not dealing with them. And while it does feel a little, it can be a little difficult to navigate those waters when you're trying to go with the flow. the sense of the unknown part actually does kind of fuck with you a little bit, but just keep going with it. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. All right, let's tap into some tarot. Where we time was. Just saw 24:55 on the clock. Maybe a sync in there for you. Look that up. Yeah. There's a change here. There is a change. So it's going to go back. So it's kind of like if you had always lived your life, or if you've been living, with meager means, it's incredibly, I'll put it this way. When you don't have a lot of resources, you learn really quickly. I mean, you should, if you're smart. You learn how to stretch it, right? I get the impression that there's about to be a shift here for you, collective. There's about to be a shift here for you. Folks who previously thought that they were in charge and running things, there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a dramatic change, but I also feel like if at one point you didn't have the resources, if you feel like you didn't have people or, people around you that could help you or resources available to help you, there's going to be a shift in that. Yeah. So they were trying, just like I said, they were trying to keep something from you. They were trying to prevent some type of downfall, and it has something to do with your family. So they were trying to keep something going, this happy appearance, as long as they kept you in the dark. There's the sun in the environment. Oh, damn. Yep. So there's somebody here who could definitely be dealing with some issues emotionally. When I say dealing with issues emotionally, not necessarily, I was going to say not necessarily depression, but I'm kind of getting, it feels like other people can see that whoever we're talking about is, number one, they're not very happy. They're not very abundant. They're stagnant. There's not a lot of opportunity coming towards this person. People may be rejecting them, kind of in the way that they may have rejected you. This person doesn't want to heal, though. Honestly, this person doesn't want to heal. They just wanted to stay on top. You've been in this cycle for such a long time. Oh God, I have so much, just like I'm getting a bunch of downloads right now. So whoever this person is, like, I feel like there may have been, I wish I could explain this, because this feels like there was something meant for you here. And I feel like because you didn't have it, you had to work extra hard to acquire it. And I feel the other thing too is that what people are seeing, I just got a hit. What people are seeing is the fact that you may be an authority of whatever it is you do. Like if you could be an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur or a creative, some kind of creative, you know what you're doing, you're good at what you do, very skilled, you've taken the time to learn the skill, to hone the skill, you're an expert at what you do, people respect you for what you do, and they even come to you to get advice about what to do. What people are seeing at this person that they're dealing with is unhinged, and everything that this person touches, it's kind of like how collective, like if you are the kind of person like everything you touch turns to gold, it's almost like everything this person touched it dies. Whatever it is that they touch, it dies. It doesn't bring abundance, it doesn't bring any kind of happiness, it doesn't bring that which you bring. People are seeing that. So while this person may have presented themselves as being this, um, um omnipotent leader, that's what I just heard. While this person is trying to portray themselves as something, what people are actually seeing is that is not them, and it's you. You look very, the energy that I'm getting off of this, it does feel authoritative, but authoritative in a way like because you've taken the time to learn the skill, like you know your shit. And people respect that. I also feel as though you're highly protected as well. I said this person's out here with no protection. You're highly protected. You're highly protected and you're wise. Yeah, so something's coming to an end. So if they had been working with other people, okay, remember there's something here that ended with you, okay? Because I feel like this person may have chosen other people. Like they chose other people to plan with for the future. And now that group of people, because again, I said they didn't think about the future, they were just thinking about the right now. But I also feel like because they made a choice to deal with other people, they're realizing that they never thought about this. Because they didn't think that far out. That the people that they were involved with, none of them very loyal, and they're all fighting over the same thing. So it's kind of like almost like infighting with the group that they chose, and then to discover that the people that they were working with, they're all kind of in competition with each other, like crabs in a bucket. That's kind of the imagery I'm getting in my head right now. It almost feels like crabs in a bucket. Yeah, they thought that you would always like kind of on. This is giving me like a parental figure. Okay, take it how it resonates, but it's giving me. And now I'm not necessarily saying your parental figure, but just somebody who could be a parent. But this is coming across like somebody who always thought that you would like have this same level of reverence and respect that maybe you always had. They never thought that that would fall by the wayside, that you would no longer have loyalties to them. And now you know the truth. And somebody here is I feel like I'm there. I kind of get the impression, I heard raging out, but I kind of get the impression that as you're making an exit, I do get the impression that while somebody here may be behaving in a very stoic manner, oh, they are very upset that you've walked away from this. Oh, they are very upset. Not only are they very upset, I said they don't have a place at your table. You walked away from this situation, you turned your back on it because I think you realized that there was no amount of work that you could do to stabilize this particular relationship. So, okay, I get that. Now they're worried about this brand new table that you're building and the fact that there's no actual seat at your table for them. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Hey, listen, this person thought that they could see. Here's the thing, they tried to come up against you and they failed. And as a result, things in their life have now taken an unfortunate turn and it results in the end of the relationship. Yes. Listen, part of their blockage here, they have not, this person has never taken any of, I don't get the impression that this person has ever put in any of the emotional work into the relationship. I don't get the impression, it feels like this person was really more just about, appearances and um more about like how they appear to the rest of the world in terms of, their resource. They want to look like they're living large and living well or whatever. But they don't. This is somebody who didn't actually put in an emotional investment in the relationships that they have, or at least the relationships that mean something. I kind of get the impression that this person also felt like, it's kind of like they felt like if they, it's a weird energy I'm feeling. It almost feels like they had an expectation, I feel, that maybe you would continue to give to the connection here while they gave very little. It almost feels as though this almost seems like seeking outside validation. Like maybe they were looking for you to seek their approval. It's just a weird energy. Okay, so maybe part of the need to release is they need to release this expectation that you're seeking their approval. Thank you. That makes more sense. Wow. Part of this person's lesson, I get the sense that we've got somebody here who I do have as energies. This feels like we could be talking about. I mean, I got masculine and feminine energy, so literally it could be anybody. Um, but this energy kind of gives me somebody who's very like transactional. This is not somebody who, um, this isn't somebody who like loves with an open, unconditional heart. This is somebody here, and they, like I said, down here, part of their lesson was it has something to do revolving with the home life, and the bond between you. And part of their lesson is they needed to see that this is not in alignment for you, may not even be in alignment for them. Especially if they had expectations like on your back. It's really interesting because it does feel very one-sided, like they had expectations of you pouring into their cup constantly, right? Excuse me. Meanwhile, they gave very little, but their main focus was mostly on like finances and resources. And this feels like it's kind of like part of their lesson was for them to like kind of self-examine and recognize where they had always had what they always had their attention on versus, because I'm getting the impression here that I mean, I don't actually see anything in terms of you and them and love. I don't see that. I feel like you would have been cool working with them. Like, you can work with certain people when they act like they got some sense, right? But it feels like, you could have worked with this person, but they ended up choosing to work with other people. They just completely dismissed you or whatever. And this person kind of, in a very immature manner, ended up choosing people who inevitably were not loyal to them, and people that may have even been around them solely just for the resources. Instead of like, instead of being in a connection where there's unconditional love and you're genuinely fucking with them because you have love for them, they ended up choosing people who really only fuck with them because they got money or had money or something, or had some type of resources to spend on them. Okay. Take these four. Wow, wow, wow. So somebody put, literally, I said, if you made a choice to do something a little bit differently by walking away from something, I said it could either been a download, it could have been an epiphany. But the moment you stop giving to this particular relationship or connection, your life started to kind of even out. Things started to fall into place. So in essence, for you, not all, not endings of relationships. Not all endings are bad. You know, and even though you may have spent a lot of time and energy trying to, foster the connection, I feel like you walked away. It kind of gives me a weird, like a bad taste in your mouth. Kind of like you walked away because you realize that the investment that you were putting into the relationship really wasn't paying you anything in dividends, especially if it had you on the hook emotionally. There may have been a little bit of confusion for you, maybe even not really sure of not even sure of which way forward. Not sure of which way forward, not sure of which relationship to cut away. But I do feel like I feel like you kind of decided to just end certain relationships so that you can start again elsewhere without the burdens of the things and people that you're walking away from. Wow, this is like really on target with the book. I'm like, wow, yeah, okay, I see it. I see it. Ooh, yeah. They listen, they fucked up. I also get the impression here too that whoever this is that we're talking about, they may not. Okay, cause I just got another download. Say if you were the one who lived a very simple life, who didn't have a whole lot of resources, but you make it work. You work around it. You figure it out, right? I feel like the person that we're talking about actually had the means to help you or assist you, but they didn't. They helped other people, not you. They may have even, if this is your family, they may have even put you in a position where you always felt like you were having to defend yourself. It's almost like you can't, being in an environment where there was no winning. Like, I just can't win in this argument or this conversation. There's no winning here. Mm-mm. And it's interesting because I also feel like whoever this person is that we're talking about, they're really upset because again, they chose wrong. This person aligned themselves with people who weren't even loyal to them. Now they're upset because they're either losing the abundance or there's a change in their, there's a change in their resources and there's a change in their abundance. And because now there's a change. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm like, where are we going with this? Okay, so it's kind of like, follow me. It's kind of like somebody who puts on the face of I'm that bitch, okay? I'm that dude. I got money. I got the money in the hose. I'm throwing parties. I'm feeding everybody, drinks on me, all of that, right? But you are not that way. You're totally not that way, and you're also not really attracted to that either. But it feels like the people that this person chose to align themselves with were just, they thought that they were being celebrated and respected and honored, and really it's not that. That people were just coming towards them to take whatever they were offering because that's what users do, right? So they make this choice to align themselves with a bunch of people who use them, and then now they're feeling some kind of way because you now have chosen to just only focus on yourself and things that you value. You don't value this type of dynamic or these kinds of people. And so now this person's upset because now they're kind of seeing where they didn't align themselves properly. They didn't, well, one, they never thought that you would wake up. They never thought you'd wake up. You waking up changed the whole dynamic. Yep. Oh, yes. That's what I said. They've been lying about why you walked away from this. And they've been telling stories about, if you're whatever, if you're an entrepreneur, you work for yourself, or you're a creative, this person has been spreading lies and gossip and rumors about what you doing for money, how you make your money, or how you live in your life. This person is just spreading gossip. But here's the thing, they don't want people to know why you really walked away. They don't want to know why, and they're upset. This person's upset because now you're like holding back from them, right? You're holding back from them. And the thing is that maybe you saw, or either you saw or other people can see, that the person that you were dealing with was never really committed to the relationship, whatever the dynamic of the relationship is. They were kind of in and out, never really, never really there for you in a stabilizing kind of way. You created the stability for yourself. Yep. Now they're on the outside. They feel left out in the cold. Yeah, it's almost like now it's funny because in the background, it almost feels like they're kind of after the fact, kind of kicking themselves that they prioritized taking actions that really actually went against their best interest and yours. Um And it's funny because, again, I said they could be lying about like what you do. They're calling you all kind of lazy, and they think that whatever you, like I said, whatever you do it well. You're an expert at it. People respect you for it, whatever that is. Okay. This person here has been spreading lies about what you do and how you do it and your skill level at it. I think they're just becoming unhinged just because people can see otherwise. They can see otherwise. You're showing up in Empress energy. You're showing up in Empress energy, but not only that, you are doing things because this is the Fool card, but the Empress is on the card. The Empress energy is on the card. It's literally like you're not afraid to step outside of your own box in order to create new conditions for yourself. And I feel like even though this person is up here telling lies and spreading rumors and gossip and hating and like whoever this is, they think this is a know-it-all. This is somebody who thinks they know every damn thing and they don't know shit. They especially don't know shit about what you do. Yep, they're feeling burdened. They may even be worried about all the burdens that they have, that all the responsibilities that they're having to face without you now. Oh, look, the blockages. Somebody here has been lying. Oh, and if they've been fronting in terms of like talking shit about how they don't care, like, I don't care if the collective walked away, that's a lie. That's a lie. Oh, they care. They care a lot. Oh, wow. What they need to release. You. They need to release you. Mm-hmm. I feel like part of their lesson is they need to quit. I feel, because the way I heard it was they need to quit trying you. Whatever this is, whatever they continue to do against you, they need to stop. Because it is not getting them the desired results that they're looking for. Yep. Yeah. There's something going on with a home, and this person is beside themselves. They may be they may be isolated. They could definitely be going through like Dark Night of the Soul. Somebody's maybe going through Dark Night of the Soul. Oh, I just heard the devil is coming to collect. Child. I'm gonna leave those over there. Hey. I don't know where these messages come from. I just hear them. Someone may be indecisive or anxious about making the right choices, leading to delays or missed opportunities. Separation. A relationship or phase of life is coming to an end. Though painful, this separation does open new doors for new beginnings. And we have an eclipse coming up on the 14th of March, the same day as we have an eclipse, and Mercury retrograde starts on that day. So there may be some relationship dynamics that actually do shift and change, come to an end. Venus goes retrograde tomorrow. So there may be some relationships that you're reconsidering in terms of the value that they hold in your life. Your physical and emotional health are in good condition. This card reminds you to maintain healthy habits and self-care. Yes. Emotional healing. You're healing from past emotional wounds, rediscovering your capacity for love and self-compassion. We love it. Actually, let's get some index cards. take some from here. Let's take some from here. Let's take some from down here. Whoop. All right, somebody's been trying to affect your second house of self-worth. Taurus, Venus and Taurus. Somebody has anxiety. Spirit says set strong boundaries. Someone's mask is falling off and they cannot hide anymore. Somebody has zero authenticity. Collective, you are unbothered. Your spirit guides and ancestors got you covered. We love it. Somebody's afraid of getting caught. God has seen the misdeeds. Somebody is using children, yours or theirs. Somebody's here in the public eye. You're being seen. There may be some financial gain here. Spirit will humble them. A father figure is significant. Children, again, children are involved, yours or theirs. Somebody's immature and stuck in the past. These are fated events. Somebody is a con artist and a liar. Their offer is a distraction. An aunt may be of significance. You could be an aunt. Somebody is cyber stalking you. Somebody is infertile, unable to birth ideas and or children. Release burdens that are not yours. You have a frenemy out here. Somebody low-key hates you. Spirit says take a spiritual bath or cleanse your home. Somebody's emotionally unstable. Somebody is jealous of your light. Somebody uses sex to get their way or to cloud judgment. And then we have the end of the road. Actually, I'm being called to use my zodiac dice. All right, we've got Leo, Taurus, Gemini. Woo. 8th house, 2nd house, 10th house. So 2nd house we know is your self-worth, your finances. 8th house is other people's finances and resources. The 10th house is your work. Work networks. Work like your work. Career-wise. Think big. Okay, so Leo, Taurus, Gemini. Those signs may be of significance. 2nd house, 8th house, 10th house. Also of significance. All right, let's grab one of these Chinese 5 elements cards, and then I'm going to go because I got some client readings to do. I just wanted to make sure I get at least one collective reading out this week since I haven't had a chance to do it all week. I missed you guys. All right. It's a message for the collective. Whoop. All right. Metal Pig, partnership and collaboration. This card appears to help us make sense of changes in our partnerships, whether personal or professional. We attract partners who match our frequencies, which change as we evolve. Relationships feel faded when the frequencies align. Separations occur when our vibrations are no longer in harmony, and there comes a time for each partner to move on to the next step in their own unique path. When this happens, let them go, wish them well, as the partnership has served its purpose. Check in with the heart whenever you're considering partnering with someone for a project. Placing your fears aside, does the heart scream yes with excitement? Then go for it. Enjoy the collaboration and energy exchange. There's no mere coincidence here. Pay attention to the synchronicity and serendipity. The universe is always ever supportive in helping us meet the right people and the right group at the right time in the right place. Trust the divine flow and open your heart to receive its guidance. And with today being Friday and also Venus Day, we absolutely love it. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation on your own story or situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. Again, don't forget about my ebook. It's listed below in the description box for anybody who is experiencing spiritual awakening and wanting to learn more about the process and the steps and the methods in which you heal yourself. Because when you have the ability to heal yourself, you also have the ability to heal others. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you again. Okay. So if you stayed this long, I appreciate you. Number one, in the comments, hashtag road to 12.5 for the next giveaway. I'm going to leave it open for the duration of this weekend. I'll leave the competition open until Sunday, 11:59 p.m., March the 2nd. Hashtag road to 12.5. All right. At recording time, let's look at the numbers. At recording time, we are 12,126 subscribers. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting my work. If you're new here, my readings do tend to reach into the future sometimes. So go back into my archives, maybe 6 to 8 months. You may find some titles back there that resonate more for you now in the present. All right. I love you guys so much. Have a fantastic weekend. Now that I got all this taken care of, we'll get back on our regular program next week. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.